Hello everyone, so I am Prabhu, one of the co-founders of Channel BTech. In this video, we are going to discuss the recruitment process that is going to be carried out. I am going to offer a free ebook. You can find the link in the description on how to access that ebook. It has around 400 questions for you to practice. Alright, things you need before starting to apply, and then the application process. So while getting into the application process, I want you guys to follow the steps one by one carefully, because there are some insights that I will give you so that you won't make any mistakes while applying. Alright. Okay. So the expected recruitment pattern is, the integrated test will be conducted. It will have both fundamentals and advanced level questions as two different parts. So you should be attending both these parts to finish the exam. So if you do well in both the parts, and if you are scoring top marks in both these parts, you will be called for digital level technical and HR interview. So this is for the 7 lakh package, right? And if you have scored moderate score, you will be asked to take part in the ninja level technical and HR interview, and this is for 3.5 lakhs per annum CTC. All right. So last year what they did is they had the first round of test, and whoever scored top ranks in those in that exam, they were called for another test called digital test. But this time they have not done that. They have put both basics and advanced level questions in the same test itself. So if you perform well in the digital interview, you will be given the digital role or digital offer. You have got good marks in the test. You got the offer to attend the digital technical and HR interview, but you didn't perform well in that. In that case, there is a good chance that you will be given the ninja level offer. And students going to the ninja level interview by scoring moderate level score, they will be asked to take ninja level interview, and if you perform well in that, you will get the ninja offer. Alright, so this is the recruitment pattern. They have simplified it from last year. So there was one more level of test before, for those who qualified for digital role, that they have removed it this time, and they have made everyone in the same take single test. Okay, so these are some of the things that you need before starting the application process. So you should have a updated resume in PDF format, and the percentage or CGPA mentioned in the updated resume should match the values you provide in the application. So make sure that you have correct values in both resume as well as in the application. Digital passport size photograph. It is better to go to a studio, take a passport size photograph, get a digital copy of it, and use it for this purpose. Not only this, it will be helpful for many other interviews which you are going to attend. Okay, so try to have a white color background. All right, please inform the photographer to use some Photoshop or CorelDRAW software to make the background white in color or very light in color. Okay, so wear formals while taking the picture. So email ID that is currently in use, so make sure you give the proper email ID. If you make any mistake in email ID, then you will not be receiving any communication from TCS. So it's very important. And the mobile number currently in use. So if you have any alternate email ID and alternate mobile number, please provide that also. That also will be asked there. All right. So while registering, if you are a first time user to TCS Next Step portal, they will ask you to give a password. So it should have a capital letter, it should have a small letter, that is uppercase, a lowercase. There should be at least one digit, and there should be at least one special character. So the complete password should be at least of minimum 8 characters length. Okay, so make sure that you write a password satisfying these conditions. At least one uppercase, at least one lowercase, at least one number, and at least one special character. So there should be at least 8 characters. So write down a password in this format, and save this password in your email. So from your email ID itself, create compose an email and send it to yourself. Okay, send it to your email ID itself, so that later if you forget the password also, you can just search in your Gmail and get it. Okay, so I have seen many students saying, sir, I forgot the password, what to do, how can I reset the password? So that option is not there quite. So it's better if you save the password somewhere safe. Okay, so you need your SSC class roll number, that is 10th standard, and you also need the marks obtained in your SSC 12th or diploma. Alright, and you will need your blood group. Okay, so these are some of the details you will need to complete the application process. Now let us see the application process. The link to start this application process, I will provide it in the description. Alright, so you can just click that link and you can get started with the application process. Now let us go to the application window. So alright, this is the application window. By clicking the link given in the description, you can get this page, and see here the registration is open and it will close on 22nd of July. But I urge you students to apply at least before 15th of July, so that in the last moment there will be thousands of students applying and there could be some server problems. So if you applied before 15th of July, you would be able to apply it easily. Okay, and test date will be on 15th of August onwards, and interview dates will be announced post result. Okay, now so about TCS freshers hiring, you can go through all these things. The most important thing is after your application process is over, there will be one pop-up. Okay, so you will get one pop-up to apply for drive. Okay, you have to click on apply for drive. After that, they will ask the mode of test, whether you want to take it in center or remote. In center means there are TCS test centers in major cities. Okay, so you can directly go to those test centers. They will only provide a system where you can take the test. Alright, so remote mode means you can take it from your place itself. It could be your home or it could be somewhere which you prefer. Okay, so for this remote option, you will need a laptop, a good configuration laptop with camera and all those things. So we will have a separate video on how to set up your remote test center at your home, and what are the things you should follow, and all of those things. We will talk about it in a different video. Now so you can either click here and start, or you can just click here. Both are same link, as you can see. Okay, so let's click this one. So click on register now. So you will be applying for IT role, that is information technology. If you are interested in software job. BPS is business process services. So this is not for you. For engineering students, this is not the option. You have to click on this button. Okay, click exactly here. You will get the registration page. This is kind of your profile builder. So you are going to create your profile. So I'm just going to give my first name, middle name and surname. So select the title. Then if your name is very short, like for example your name is K Ajay, something like that, so you have this you can put your name here and this one. If you don't have a surname, or if you don't have a middle name, you can just repeat the same thing again. Okay, your first name itself, you can put it in the surname or in the middle name, that doesn't matter. All right, next is date of birth. So I'm just selecting something random here. So most of you guys will be in the born in 2001 or 2002, right? So let me just select 2002. Gender, since I have selected Mr., it will automatically show only the male option. So email ID, I have created email ID just for this purpose. I'm going to use it. So make sure verify at least 2 to 3 times whether the email ID given by you is correct. Okay, so it is very important that you give the correct email ID, otherwise you will not get any communication from the TCS office. And many students have made mistake in this part, and they have wondered why I have not received any email from them. Okay, so make sure check 3 to 4 times whether you have given the correct email ID, and then give your mobile number. So something like this, give your mobile number, and then make sure you have given the correct mobile number also, right? And institute name, so let's say I am from National Institute of Technology. So I have seen this, this is not working properly. So what I have done is, I didn't bother too much about this. So National Institute of Technology. So let me just keep this, okay? And then qualification, you can give engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, all right? And the most important thing is, to apply for this drive, you should be a graduate of 2023. Okay, year of passing should be 2023. Otherwise, you will not be asked to apply for drive. This is very important. So nearest TCS office, let me put something. And the password, as I told, it should be having at least one uppercase, at least one lowercase, and at least one number and one special character. Okay, so re-enter the password. There is a security question. So what is your nationality? You can just give Indian, and then enter this captcha, T4KH. So after that, click on submit. So it will prompt you to check whether the details you given are correct, phone number and the registered mobile number. So I am just checking it one more time. Yeah, it is correct. I click on confirm. Now this is very important, guys. You have to make a note of this DT number. So I want you to go to your Gmail, open your Gmail, send an email to your email ID itself mentioning TCS DT number and TCS password. For example, so let me show you what I will be doing, because this is very important for you to check in the later stage, because if you forget these things, it is going to be a big trouble. Again, you have to do the application process, and if the application dates gets over, it is going to be a problem. So what I am going to do is, I am going to open that mail, the mail I have given for TCS. Now this one is okay, let me select this one, the other one. So click on compose. So it's loading, please give it a moment. You can skip forward or you can increase the speed of the video so that this part is. So I am sending an email to myself stating TCS NQT DT number and password. So this detail you will need. So I have copied that earlier. Sorry. So here I'm just copying this DT number, pasting it here, and then I am typing my password also. As you can see, the password contains at least one uppercase, at least one lowercase, at least one digit, and an explanation, one special character. So now I have it in my mail. So even if I forget, I can go and check it later. Okay. Now here I click on continue. Now I need to enter the password. Once I do this, I will be taken to the main application page. So if you click on this track my application, candidate registration is completed. Alright. So at the end of the complete registration process, this should be available, and applied for drive should be available. Okay, application completed should be available, and applied for drive, that also should be there. Okay, so let us start with the application process. Click on this application form. So sometimes it will take a little bit extra time to load the page, so don't worry about it. So like this it will load. So go through the instructions carefully and click on start filling the form. It will take you to the personal details first. As you can see, some of the details are already mentioned here, right? So your father's first name, middle name, and surname you can type. So house number and road or street. I'm just giving some random address here, but you give your actual address. So country is India, state, so you have to type this. Okay, so you have mentioned the state, and city, pin code. All right. So is the permanent and present address is same? If it is yes, click on yes. Otherwise, if you want to give a different address, you can just click no and then enter the different address. Okay, alternate email ID. And alternate mobile number. So this is country code and this is your mobile number. All right. So you can give something like this and then click on save. So all the details are filled in this page. So click on save and continue. Now, so academic instructions, you read these points once carefully. Okay, and then click on continue. So it will take you to the highest qualification category details. Institute name, in this place you can type it and select the exact college name. Okay, so let's say Alient International University, that is the college name. So I will select that, and highest qualification engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, and year of passing I should select it as 2023. This is very important, it should be 2023, otherwise you will not be asked to apply for drive. Click on save and continue. So it will take you to the next part, that is graduate. So it is about your the details about your graduation. So the Bachelor of Engineering which you have chosen, automatically it will get filled. Now the course duration, it should be less than 4 years. Okay, it should be less than 4 years. So let's say in 2023, in the year in the month of April, you are getting out of the college. So April 30th of April 2023, and the course starting date should be in the year 2019. So 19 to 20, 20 to 21, 21 to 22, 22 to 23. So these are the 4 years. And we see here we have given 30th of April. It should not be a date before 30th of April. It should be after 30th of April, the beginning, the starting date. So mostly it will be in August, right? August 1st of 2019 you can give. So you have taken full-time course. The institute or university is mentioned here. Specialization, for example, if you are from computer science if you are a computer science student, just type computer in this place. You will get computer science and engineering. Okay, so like this you can select the specialization. All right. So if you are electrical and electronics, so if you just type electrical and electrical, you will get the options. So select the appropriate degree. So if your university provides with CGPA, so click on CGPA. So for example, I have scored 7.2 CGPA out of maximum 10 CGPA, and the equivalent percentage I have to type, and make sure after this percentage there is a decimal point and 2 digits. So please enter percentage value with 2 digits after the decimal point. Okay, so this is very important. How to convert from CGPA to percentage, you can consult with your department faculties to get the exact value. So your percentage or the CGPA should be above 6. All right. So how to convert this, you can consult with your department faculty. I think it varies from university to university. All right. So this is done. So all the fields are entered here. So click on save and continue. Now you have to provide your 12th grade details. So in 12th grade, so let's say you have taken computer science, just type computer science there. So I have already filled so many times, so it is showing me the options automatically. So if it is not showing you, you can just type computer science like this. University name, so your school name, okay, university or institute, your school name, type it here, and the board of education. So I am selecting state board here. Course duration, the course duration for this 12th standard should be less than 1 year. So you have taken full-time engineering, you started in August, you have mentioned that you have started in August 2019. So that means before August 2019, in that year only, you should have completed your 12th standard, right? So I am saying on 30th of April 2019, I have completed my 12th standard, and the same year August I started my graduation. So that is how I have mentioned here. So you should be mentioning only the duration of your 12th standard. You should not include your 11th standard. All right. So 2019 you have completed 12th standard. That means in 2018 you started your 12th standard. So let's say in the month of June, 1st June 2018, that is when you started your 12th standard, and 30th April 2019, that is when you ended your 12th standard. So you have taken it full time, and it is marks. So the total marks you scored, for example, it is 450 out of the maximum marks of the exam. The board exam is 600. So out of 600 you have scored 450. So after typing this, just click somewhere outside here. The equivalent percentage will be calculated. All right. So now you have given all the details here. So if it is equivalent diploma, so same thing, it's not very complicated, but diploma you have to give the proper duration. Okay, 3-year duration you have to give, and same like how we gave in graduate. All right. So 12th standard, so let me fill this again. It is always better to first fill the ending date. So on 30th of April 2019 you ended your 12th standard, and 1st of June 2018 you have started your 12th standard. Okay, so it is, the duration is less than 1 year, make sure of that. So full time marks, so and it is 450 out of 600. So equivalent percentage will be shown. You just have to click it outside somewhere here in this point. Okay, click on save and then save and continue. 10th grade, so you have to give your roll number. Roll number is something that you will see on your mark sheet. So the board would have been the the 10th standard mark sheet. In that you will see your registration number or roll number that you have to mention. So this is for verification in the future once you start the joining process in the company. So to verify your documents, this is required. So this is very important. Don't make any mistakes here, because while joining you will get into some unnecessary trouble if you make a mistake in this. So make sure you provide the correct detail. So you are typing your school name and then the board of education. So 10th standard is also a 1 year course, right? So please mention only your 10th duration in your 10th grade details. So that is 9th, 8th and all you should not be putting, only that one particular year. So in 2019 you have qualified 12th standard, that means in 2017 you must have completed your 10th standard. So 30th of April 2017 you completed 12th standard, that means 1 year before that you should have started your 10th standard, right? So that is 2016. So in 2016, let's say 1st of June you started your 10th standard, and in 2017 30th of April you have completed your 10th standard. All right, so I am just giving a common idea of most of the people who are going to apply for this, because many of you would have continuously 10th standard, then 12th standard, then degree. Most of you would have done like this. So if you have done diploma or if you have taken any year breaks in between, so these values might change, the years might change. Okay, right? So accordingly I want you to think and enter properly. So let's say you have got marks here. So let's say you got 700 out of 1000. So click somewhere outside, you will get your equivalent percentage. So now all the details are mentioned. Click on save. So after this, save and continue. Have you done any other courses? If you click on yes, as you can see, course name, specialization, university. So most of you might not have done it. So click on no. If it is yes, give these details, same like we did for the previous ones. Save. Save and continue. So work experience, do you have any? If you don't have any, you can just click on no. Save. Save and continue. Declaration. Do you have any breaks in studies? That means, have you taken any breaks after your 10th standard or 12th standard or during your degree? Okay, so if it is not there, you can click on no. Have you done any other course? You have mentioned no previously, so here also you mentioned no. Do you have any pending backlog currently? No, you don't have any pending backlogs. Okay. Type something about your project, whatever is there in your resume. So if you have mentioned anything about your project in the resume, you can just copy paste it here. Something like this, give some details. So again, the next part of the declaration, you have taken all the subject marks into consideration for calculating the obtained total marks of CGPA. Click on yes. Here also, actually all these things you will just click on yes. You have declared break in studies or work experience and pending backlogs, if any, during the academics. So many of you will get confused whether to click yes or no in that. So click yes itself. If any you have mentioned, that means yes, if any I have mentioned. Okay, very simple. So click on yes for all these things. Click on this I agree button. Alright, and then save. Now all the details of your academics has been saved. Click on save and continue. Now it will take you to the nationality page. So click on India, and language is known. This is compulsory, mandatory, you have to fill it. So let's say the first thing you mention is your mother tongue. Okay, so mother tongue you can read, write and speak. So if you know any other language, you can English you can speak, read and write. So you can select both of these. All right, and then go down. You will see whether you have done any language certificates. Some of you might have done language certificates in English or in Hindi, right? So you can add those things and then you can proceed. So click on save and continue. Achievements and scholarships. So this is not a mandatory field, but I'm just going to type something here. So that you can even put your participations. If you have not done any achievements, if you have done participations, or if you have been a member of any clubs, you can put all those things here. So it's kind of like your profile. When the interviewer is taking your interview, he will see his profile. He or she might ask about these things. So you can mention those things here. If you have done any certification in the sense the certificate should be recognized by institutes. For example, see these kind of recognized organizations. From these kind of organizations, if you have had any certificate, you can mention those here. So if you don't have any, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, just don't worry about it. You can leave it blank and then click on save and continue. So this is where you have to upload your photo and resume. So first name Prabhu, last name let's say K. So whatever you give here, that will be the name. You will get it in your smart card or your identity card when you join the company. All right, so make sure you don't make any mistakes here and enter your blood group. All right, now you need to upload your photo. So make sure you upload a photo which is professional. Don't take selfies, as I told earlier. Make sure you go to a studio, take a photo, passport size photo, get the digital copy of it, use that in this case. Okay, so next you need to upload your resume. As you can see here, click on browse and upload. So click on your resume, select your resume and then click on save. Now your all your details are filled. Now the last part is your declaration part. So in a moment it will be open. So save and continue. So this is the last part of your application process. As you can see here, are you involved in pending or closed civil cases? No. Are you involved in any pending closed disciplinary malpractices? No. And have you appeared for TCS test interview earlier? If yes, kindly mention them. You can click on no and then proceed. Here you click on I agree, place. Alright, so after you mention the place, so now listen carefully guys, this part, listen carefully, click on submit application. Now this is the most important thing. Would you like to apply for TCS recruitment drive? You have to click yes. Only then you will be called for the interview process. Test mode, in center or remote. If you select in center, they will ask you to select one of the test centers here. So if you have any test centers in this list which is closer to you, you can select that location. Otherwise you can select remote option. The advantage of selecting in center is if there is any network issue or some sorts of that during the interview, during the test, so there will be someone to help you in the test center. But if you have chosen remote, so if something goes wrong, if you don't have in a good configuration laptop or good network connection, so it will be a problem. So if you don't have a good configuration laptop, or if you don't have a proper place to sit and take the test, or if you don't have any network, proper network, so I would suggest you to go with in center. So I am not going to select this because they will have very less number of limited number of seats. If I choose this, someone might lose the opportunity to go in center. So I'll just click on remote and then I apply. Now the application process is completed. You have applied for the recruitment drive. Now go to track my application. As you can see, these three things has been done. Candidate registration is completed, application received, applied for drive. All the three are done. Now if you want, you can take the application form PDF, you can download from here. Alright, so if you see this, you will have your DT number, right? Your profile, complete profile will be here. So this is something the recruiter will be using while interviewing you. Okay, so this is the kind of profile you need. They will have it. Alright guys, the application process is complete. If you have any queries at all, you can mention it in the comment section. We will be happy to give you the guidance on that. Alright, so I'm logging out. Thank you guys. See you in the next video where I will give you some strategies to prepare for TCS exam, and I also let you know how to set up your laptop and audio settings, all these things, so if you are taking the test remotely. Alright, so we'll have those kind of videos frequently, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. In the description you have a link to download a book, okay, a free ebook which you can use to prepare for TCS. Thank you students.